The latest Oz ComicCon swept through Melbourne over the weekend at the exhibition centre. It was a huge event that drew thousands of people of all ages and types. For the uninitiated, ComicCon is a major celebration of pop culture that brings together the fantasy worlds of comic books, novels, computer games, television shows and movies. Dressing up in costume, also known as cosplay, is a huge part of ComicCon, with people coming dressed as their favourite characters. There was plenty of stuff to buy at ComicCon. T-shirts, comic books, of course, DVDs, high-end movie merchandise, most of which was kept within protective glass cabinets, and toys. Toys, 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 toys. There was also plenty of dancing, most of which you could understand. Like these wonderful people, this guy, this girl, done up as one of the witches from Wicked, and these four. Now just look at that coordination. Most impressive. But there was also this. It's just people having a good time. There was even a silent disco where Captain America played music that you could only hear if you had a special pair of headphones on. It's a great idea. Though it might have started off in San Diego in 1970 as a modest gathering of comic book geeks, ComicCon has evolved into a very family-friendly event covering all aspects of pop culture, with lots of mature-aged geeks, now masquerading as responsible parents, bringing their kids along for a fun and colourful day out.
The thing is, geeks grow up, of course, and have kids, and they introduce their kids into it. I mean, I've got a 4-year-old who's heavily into Star Wars. Now, I actually didn't introduce her to that. She got it through her older brother, who's 12. You know, and they love Doctor Who, Star Wars, comics, what have you. They've been running around pointing out all the different characters, some of which I don't know. He's into anime, I'm not so much. It's amazing. But yeah, and I think as a result, these sort of events are catering more heavily to, if not to kids, certainly to families. I mean, there's a kids' play area here. You wouldn't have had that even 5 years ago, really.
I am old school Star Trek.
Anyone in particular?
Well, look, today I'm wearing the blue for Jadzia Dax, who we've come to see, Terry Farrell. So, hence the blue. Coordinated the hair as well. And we're not science nerds or anything like that, but I think we just love the message behind Star Trek. You know, the family behind it, and I think that's what it is. It's a possibility of what's to come and what could be there, and space. There's no issue with race or culture or anything. Everyone just accepts everyone for who they are and what they are.
Yeah, look, the kids love seeing everyone in costume, and we like to do things as a family, so yeah, and a lot of, like, especially Star Trek is a very family-friendly thing, so yeah, it's just, and they're the next generation of nerds. Look, some of the Comic-Con goers who dress up in that are absolutely fantastic. They, well, we find that there's no issues with patients, whether they're getting stopped all the time and asked for photos. They're great, you know, and that's more than half the reason why we come. Getting photos with the actors is great and all, but it's the actual people that make the event.
Dan is absolutely right. For while one of the big draws of Comic-Con are all the film and TV stars offering autographs and photos for a modest sum of money, including our own David Wenham, who will never stop thanking Peter Jackson for that gig in Lord of the Rings, the real stars of Comic-Con are the people who love engaging in cosplay. Many of the costumes are improvised by fans and involve a lot of creativity and ingenuity. This gent built his own Groot costume from pipe insulation. And just check out these two Ghostbusters.
You've got to either get some parts made for you, like I got the pack made and the gizmo made. Everything else you buy individually and put together.
Some of it, like the PKE meter that we have here, is made by Mattel, which is an adult collectible, same with the trap. So there's a lot of eBaying involved. Nicotron Props made it for me.
Turn around, give us a back view. That is incredible.
Tingles the loins. We're ready to believe you.
This young man came as his own creation.
I've come as Coca-Cola Night, and I've made it out of foam and then coated all the foam in Coca-Cola cans, which are mostly drunk myself.
There was even this guy with his homemade rocket launcher. A very common sight at ComicCon is that of young women in feminized versions of major comic book characters. There was a feminized Joker. Very impressive was Iron Girl.
Honestly, I just love doing something unique, and what better way to make a character my own than design my own outfit? I'm a female, why should I hide it? Actually, I come to ComicCon as often as I can. So.
What do you like about it?
I love the environment, the people, the culture, the cosplay, the artists, especially the artists. I love seeing all of everyone's work. It's a shared fandom for all of things nerdy. That's great.
And here's a female Predator.
Yeah, I'm like a female interpretation. I'm a bit, not quite tall enough to be the original Predator, so I thought a female interpretation. People often think I am a guy in this costume and, oh, you're a bit short to be Predator, but yeah, so I made everything except for the mask, which was a commission from a very talented man on Predatorium.com, but it took me about 2 months. Really good reaction. I hear a lot of people shouting it like, oh, Predator, and then most people want to get photos, which is awesome because I just like interacting with people.
And there was Thor, who, in comic book form at least, is now officially a woman.
Thor is a woman at the moment. The old Thor is no longer worthy of his hammer because of the events in Original Sin, and so it fell down to the moon, and he is kind of having an existential crisis at the moment. And now a woman is worthy, and for a long time he was just like, dude, give me back my hammer. And eventually he saw her fight with it, and he was just like, I can't make Mjolnir do what you are doing with it right now. You can have my name, I give you my blessing, because you just get it more than I do. So yeah, Thor is actually a woman. Well, I've never made armor before, so this is my first attempt. So the breastplate is made out of EVA foam, which has been heat molded, then sealed and painted. The helmet is made of plasticloth, and so that was molded around my face and my head, and then spackled and sanded and painted.
It just goes to show that Comic-Con isn't just fun, it's educational.